I've worked with the advertising company, banks, principal companies, with the colleges, an export-import company, and recently, with the 6 years experience, I'm working with an international organization as DZM, and even along with Learnovate as a freelancer. So today's topic for this session is work-life balance. We all know what is work, what is life, and what is balance. If we segregate these words, we in our individual can categorize as per our sector, right? For some, work might be going to office regular basis, some from home, some even our mothers and sisters who are at home and doing the work, they are also doing some sort of work. And what is life? Obviously, a God gifted, which should not be wasted by doing unnecessary activities, right? And now, balance. In a basic terminology, can anyone tell me what is balance? Come on, guys. No response.
Ma'am, to keep things online.
Hmm. Come up, come up. You're very close.
Ma'am, to keep two things online.
Yes. Keeping two things very aligned and running them parallelly, right? Is a balance. So when it comes to work-life balance, many things comes under it. Relaxations, family, fitness, spirit, soul, exercises, community, wellness, harmony, meditation, yoga, so many things come. And professional lives also. So work life balance is a term which is used to describe the balance between workplace obligations and personal responsibilities. When we know how to make a proper alignment between two things, work and life, we do have so many obligations at workplace also and in our personal life also. When we know how to balance, so if we include the proper prioritizing between work, that is career ambitions, right, and life, means like some health, physics, leisure, family, spiritual, personal development, hobbies, then that comes as a life. So when two things with the concept of money, health, career, workplace, friends, business, vacations, we know how to, when we know how to manage it, is known as work life balance. It was like confined the address to choose the choices between two things and eradicate the unhealthy balance of work and life. So that is actually known as work life balance. You should be, as a career oriented, you should be knowing it. When we go to the professional life, when we go to corporate life, when we go out of our house to work with some groups, companies, then we should be able to manage. Maintaining the proper balance with the family and life, we should be very clear with that. Then it is work life balance. Work life balance is a resource allocation to us. Resource allocation, how it is like you can see in personal resource supply, non work support, that is life management service, child care, and elder care benefits. And resource allocation likes work flexibility, practice, flexi timing, compressed work, job sharing, understanding each other, that is comes under resource allocations. And demands on our resources is non-work support, that is vacations, paid time over, leaves, life management services, work flexibility. When all these gets with the collision, and we when we collect all these resources and allocate with the Intervention point. Who is the intervention point? We individual are the intervention point, and we are able to manage it very properly. So that is work life balance, resource allocation. We should be knowing which resources should be applied where and how it has to be utilized by us. In a general concept, you can see many people you will find saying that it's too difficult to manage work and life together. But how? Why is it? What are the reasons behind the imbalance? We know tough competition. Competition is not outside, okay? Competition is in our mind. That individual career ambition. Some people are so ambitious that they do not know how to balance properly between the life and the work. Global economy, longer working hours. Some of the organizations keep the employees for longer hours, vice versa. Some employees are too smart that they want to stay at the office for longer hours, showing to the higher manager that they are working. So it's both the sides. Some organizations are involved, some employees are, themselves are involved in long working hours. Then international business. Every time we need to update ourselves because these days most of the businesses are dealing with the international ways. Then other regions. What are the other regions? Increased responsibilities at work. You are doing something, you are good at that responsibility. Your higher management or your subordinates, your colleagues, your other people overload you with the increased responsibility. What happens? You get imbalanced. Then even at home, sometimes you get extra burden of the responsibilities. You get imbalanced. Then longer working hours, personal mindset. Some people are like imbalanced because their personal mindset plays a vital role to them. Then social media, we are too connected with the social media that if we get a 1 minute or so of ample time from our work or personal life, we go and pick up in social media instead of doing creativity something creative and involving us with the enthusiastic things. Imbalance results with the employees having difficulty to manage time with their family and the demands of their work. Too difficult for them. They are not able to say no because they want to be in the good books of everyone, which is not possible. Somewhere we should be knowing where to say no. That is, when your work is increased unnecessary, you should learn to say no. When it's overtime, see if it is very necessary and because of your negligence overtime comes up, but unnecessarily if someone is putting you in the overtime, you should know how to say no. Stressful working hours without sufficient breaks and recreational activities. You're not taking, you went to office at 9 o'clock, you're not taking break, or the organization is not giving you break, you get in stressful working hours. Night shift, they are two hazards to handle, but some people are able to manage in that also. Frequent shift changes. You might see in BPOs, WPOs, and all that. You will see that frequent 1, 2 days morning shift, 3 days afternoon shift. Again, next month you find it night shift. So frequent shift changes and less number of leaves and vacations. That also imbalances our life. When our life is hazard, when our life is hazard, what happens? Our work is our work is hampered. So, what are the factors? You can see social factors, which is disturbing us, organizational factors, stress factor, individual factors, work issues factor, family issues factor. These six factors also plays the role of providing imbalance between work and life. So, when this comes up, we need to eradicate it ourselves to make a proper balance between work and life because 21st generation people are just not housewarm. They want themselves to be in a career orientation also. So they should be knowing it how to balance it. These are the different imbalances factor. There might be certain more as per personal attention also. Some people, they just make issue or take stress without of any stress also. Some people, they know that they can do the work in 10 minutes, still they keep on making it lengthy. Who is in stress? The person is in stress. Is not able to take the time for the family or for his or her leisure time. So can I move the slide?
Yes,
Guys,
ma'am.
these are clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. Now, what an HR can do to solve this work life balance? HRs should be able to survey. First, let's see HR solution to work life balance. Surveys of employees' work life issues. Every 2 to 3 months, HR's responsibility becomes to do the survey. Make a seminars on how to balance between work and life. Provide flexible time. Sometimes it's important for an employee to have a flexible time. Flexible time doesn't mean every time, okay? But sometimes it is as per the industry, as per the sector, as per the department, as per the person's caliber and capability. Then job sharing. Just don't give one job to in team members of only one. No, divide it. Sponsoring employees' family-oriented activities. Just don't think them as a donkeys working. No, these days those employees, we employees are just not donkey for the organization. We know we are the smart ones. We know we have to have a proper work-life balance. A formal leave policy should be there. Paid childbirth or adoption leave, especially for whom? The female employees. And even these days, males are also single fathers, so this comes of adoption leaves also. Allow employees to take leave for community services. Do not keep them far from their community involvement. Let them be. Over there, if they'll go, they will be freshening up their mind, they'll see new things, might be, and a new idea can come from there. Allow working from home if it is emergency, if it is in the convenience of organization and employee, allow them to work from home. Now, make work more flexible came under that, right? So you can see over here the same thing. Now, solutions to prevent imbalance. What solutions? Other solutions you can do. Flexible schedule. Flexible schedule means don't make it necessary to be at 9. No, if you can flexible it, as suppose there is a fresher who is going to university, you need to give the flexible time to that person. Do it. Make them to habituated with managing the time management technology. Allow them to use the technology. Just don't they keep them on a manual basis. Keep them busy with the new technology, make them learn it and use it. Right? Be present, consistent, and accountable. Let them be. Just not that key you are giving flexible time and you're not getting a result. No, don't do that. For employees and organization both, it is important that you both be very parallel to each other also in order to maintain a work life balance. Be flexible, get the things done properly. Even like on job training can also be done. Like on job training means you hired a new employee in an organization, the person is good with the technology but doesn't know the specific software which you are using. Give them on the job training. Make them work more flexible. Let them be adaptable to the environment. Allow them time of framework. Like just don't make them to work for continuous 8 hours. No. Make short breaks, coffee breaks, new ideas discuss, right? So all these when are done, a person's mind gets fresher ideas, gets an enthusiasm to work, right? So all these things comes with the HR solution. HR can do, individually can do, and organization can do all these things in order to keep a balance between the work and the life, so that you get more, you get more enthusiastic. Like after the work, you do not feel, now we are going home. Employee when goes home is very happy. Don't create such thing. Keep an curiosity in them that tomorrow morning when we are coming, what is the new thing we are going to do? What is the new thing we are going to learn? So that they will be leaving the office with that charm and making the things very easy for them. So this one is clear to you. Can I go to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, workable options would be given to the employees as per as discussed in earlier slide, that is flex time, flexible place, flexible job and flexible benefits. All these are discussed, but I'm showing you in a pictorial way. See, you can let the employee to give a telecommunicating if possible in western cultures, you'll find that people just don't sit for continuous 1 hour. They one or two times they get up, they stretch up, right? They go to the lounge, they take a small tea break, coffee break, or just freshen up the mood. So these things comes over in a thing like, do you stand and go to the lounge? Bring your pet to work. In western culture, this is a very very useful. They bring their pets at home because pets are very good to do the stress buster. As a stress buster, they work very good. Then the best tools is given. You get music, you get cafe, you get a time for conversation with your teammates. And what else? You can go and have a, a soft drinks, you can go and have a candy, or you can keep a day that wear what you like day. Okay, that also makes an employee like every time tie and all that might be suffocating for some of the employees. So keep one day as a wear what you like. Then even you can do some sort of gamings like go for basketball, small organized team cricket, team basketball, right? Then ping pong, then computer games, mobile games for certain period of times. And even you can organize conferences just not in the city where you are working, or to the other cities where The employees can go and have some ample time, can enjoy the ambitions, and they can have a relaxation time for over there. And while doing all these things, an employee himself or herself should also be aware of the hobbies and activities which they can do. What are they? Some might be having a habit of reading books. Some they like shopping. Some they are foodie. Some likes meditation and yoga. Some are too good in water rafting and other adventurous things. So employees should also keep in mind that only organization is not keeping process of understanding balancing your work and life. You individual are playing a vital role to make a balance between your work and life together. So is this one is okay? Can I go to next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's see here. What are the benefits when your work and life is balanced? What are the benefits for the organization? You can see obviously an employee who is never productive, if you give make them to a balance between work and life, they will give you more results, outcomes, productivity increases, right? Then better communication, better teamwork, improved morale, and less negative organizational stress busters out. What happens with the organization? Increased productivity, a reduction if staff loves and recruitment cost. If you are able to retain your employee, if your employee is retained, you are able to retain because you are providing a environment where they can manage their work and life together. Cost is minimized. You don't have to hire and fire every time. Less negative organizational stress be out. So your cost, improved morale, and better teamwork, and these things come up when for organization. Now, what happens for employees? You feel more relaxed and energized at work. You just don't spend money over at work. You come to get your work done. You are enthusiastic. You are excited. You are happy with the result. So balance work and life is only possible when you are working more productively and getting more accomplishment, leading to greater career scores, more fulfillment from ideas, new successful your work. Self satisfaction is there. You improve the job and job relationships. Job relationship means with your higher management and your subordinates. You share a cordial relationship when your both work and life is balanced. You get a better family life along with the work life. You feel lesser stressed out. So, and even what happens in life, you get better physical and mental health. You make certain choices with your higher priorities. You are ready to sacrifice sometimes for the organizational goal. You know how to make an alignment between relationships, your personal relationships, your friends, your families. You get a time for your leisure. You get a time to spend with your elder parents or your childs or even your colleagues sometimes. So these are the benefits separately for the organization and for employees when there is a proper balance between work and life. So is this clear with you guys? Can I go to the next slide? Okay then. What does an employee, you see in this diagram how I'm showing it in a percentage wise. What employees want and what employers are providing. Employees, if you will ask, they will always say that 74.3% will say we want flexible hours, whereas companies are providing 45.8% flexible hours. Paid time off. Paid time off means you can see when in every 6 months at these times organizations are giving them paid leaves. 72% will say we want it, but organizations are providing 85.9% to the current ratio I'm talking about. Then ability to work in remote areas. Many employees, some of the employees, they have started to understand the beauty of nature, and due to, we should be saying that pandemic came and which made us to realize so many things. That brought us closer to the nature. So now employees, they are ready to go and work on a remote area because they want the development over there also. Then child care time also they want. Now gradually, as per the Western cultures, we ourselves are also grooming us ourselves, and we are trying to make a parallel environment for work and life balance so that we are benefited more. So is this picture clear to every one of you? So am I go am I going to next slide now? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Okay. Now see here. Same thing, okay? What happens? See in the picture. You can understand what workers can do. In a week, actually, if you'll say standard time is to work 50.2. Do you know the CEO of this Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg? In a week, he only works for 50. It's not that he's a CEO, that's why he works. No, he has certain criteria. He knows what comes in a priority basis, and then he has managed and given time. Work life balance is not provided to you. You have to create it yourself. An organization has to create it. You can see Netflix CEO, even he works 42.3% hours for him in a week. You see, then after, take an example of this entertainment industry, 2 3 months they do shooting, and then for a certain period of months or years they disappear, they enjoy their life, right? So these things can be done. So now let's, if we talk about how our life is at work, do you know, we always want to be engaged in certain things. Like at a work we want our punctuality also, we want to be productive also, we want to fulfill what management demands from us, we even want appreciations, we want leave and vacations, we want credit recognition. If we are helping someone, we expect credit recognition. We want travel business travel tools. So we keep on engaging our life with along with the work in so many things, because what we think is, some of the employees think that money is only one thing which we are making at work. No, we are creating our life memories at work also, just not at home or at a family. No, at work also we are creating it. Most of the people say that let's change our statement, okay, from now onwards. Most of the people say that work is life and life is work. Wrong. Let's change our statement. Rather than saying I have a stressful life, change it to I will learn how to come back on track and live a balanced life and leave no place for stress. That is your statement now. Instead of saying my work is so stressful, my work is so stressful. No, change it. You are the one who is doing it. So change it. Instead of saying stressful life, stressful work, say it I'm learning to come back to my track. Every day I'm learning it. So learning never stops. Guys, this much is clear. Anything till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's see work life triangle. Next slide. See this triangle. What do you see? You can see here in a triangle that work life is in between, and work, life, and other things are surrounded. Self relationships, self care, and work. Relationships, personal, friendship, partners, spouse, and kids. If these are these what we can do, career work we can do properly, housework we can do properly, studies, students are, if a family is supportive and a student is too good, even can study properly. So these goals, right? And along with this, self care is very important. No one comes to care for you, you need to be cared for yourself. That is, some people might have a sessions of self spiritualism, physical, intellectual, emotional, health, wellness, and exercises. These are the techniques of keeping do pamper yourself. Some of you might like running, to going to trekking, wellness like going to spas and all. So care of do care of yourself. Along with that, care your relationships. And when these things are parallelly working, you are at the top of the your career. If any of these things are imbalanced, no, what happens is directly shows the reflection in our work. If we are not relaxed, not peaceful, what happens? Whatever we do, it gets mistake. Though we know how to do it, we panic and we make a mistake. So it's very important of first do self care, then take care of your relationships and do what is the work requirement. Can I go to next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Before going to the next slide, let's see this one. In the picture, you can see a person is sitting on a chair and taking 5 balls. So you can say 5 balls of our life. What it says to us. Can anyone tell me? What does it say? Suppose, imagine your life is a game. Just imagine, okay? In which you are juggling 5 balls. The balls are called work, family, health, friends, and integrity of all these things. And you are asked to keep all of them in the air. You are asked to throw them all in the air. But one day you will finally come to understand that work is a rubber ball. Work is a rubber ball and other are glasses. When you drop it, it returns back to you. All four balls are made of glass. If you drop them, are you getting my point? If any of those four spirit, if a spirit is ruptured, work is hampered. If family is disturbed, work is hampered. So what happens? You get outcome to your organization, what they are expecting from you. See the pictures how balanced nature is teaching us. See the picture how these animals are like balanced with each other. See the structures of stones, how balancing they are. See the elephant, such a big body organism is standing on a ball. So means the technique. Balancing is also a art. See the yoga posture, how balanced. See the basketball player, how he's balancing. So these balancing is very important in our life. Along with that, you should be feeding these 4 things to yourself. Your body should be always active, properly taken rest, healthy diet, healthy Your mind should be very crystal clear and able to prioritize. Keep your mind drawers as a wardrobe. You open a door of your wardrobe and you are easily able to find what you want. Exactly like that, make your mind. Keep your spirit always active, positive, and always alive. Every time, cheerful. Don't be scared. Smile and laugh openly. No emotions in holding. Somewhere you can but sorry is not giving personal time is very important. Can I go to the earlier slide now? Is this picture everyone cleared? Make a motto that you will give proper attention to everyone that fits into your self care. And every day you will visit every room of your life, that is body, mind, spirit, and emotions. So, here you can see the tips for work life balance. Practice good time management. Always practice good time management. First thing first, last thing last. Time management. Don't do last thing first, and make time allotted according to that thing. Set the goals and plans very properly, because the way the structure you make of your plan, you're going to work according to that. It might be possible that if you are not properly structured to your plans and policies and work styles and goals, you might not land anywhere. Then love your job. Just don't think that I'm going to office and working and getting a pay scale and coming back. No, love your job means, if you love your job, what will happen? There will be two effects. One thing, the work which others think that you will be able to do in 2 hours. If you love your job, you are able to do it in half an hour. So love your work, love your work properly. What you are doing, stay focused to it, stay allotted to it, prioritize that work. Then love your life, because if you love your life, you love your work also. Love your life means get your self time. Just don't be that you are at always busy. No time for gathering, no time for friends, no time for personal care. No, don't do that. Always make time for that. And always stay healthy. Healthy doesn't mean you are like gaining weight and doing that. No, healthy means every time active, not to be passive. Then reward yourself. If no one is rewarding, also, no, reward yourself. Make an habit of rewarding yourself. I was thinking that I'll do this work in 2 hours, but see, I completed it in half an hour. Very good. Reward yourself. In a reward formation can be going and having alone time, going to any cafe and enjoying coffee or food of your choice. That is also a reward. Take responsibilities of your work, okay, and take holidays and proper weekend time. Don't land up everything on a weekend. No, if weekend is made for having leisure, have your leisure time. Then practice good. All these came, right? So what others are? 10 essentials. Set the realistic expectations. Don't set any unrealistic expectations. Be present where it is necessary. Ask for help in the work if it is necessary. And make yourself outsource if you can. Have a Dedicated workplace environment plays role, as I said, right? So these things and these tips are how to manage your work life balance. Okay, then see this. What happens if you have poor work life balance? What is there? You will have poor health, family will be always disturbed, and you will be disturbed. You're not able to bring out the works as per the requirement, and some even like consequences you have to pay when you are not happy at work. Like difficult co-workers, very difficult. Some of them do not understand also, but you need to have a patience, and you should know how to handle that situation diplomatically or handle the person diplomatically. Lack of basic training or equipment. Some freshers they lack the basic training. That's why they suffer over there and they are always unhappy. Yaar, I don't know, yaar, I am not able to do it. Ask for help. Even some are bored at workplace. Quality of one's relationship with their supervisor. Have a very quality relationship with them. If you don't know anything, you tell them, I don't know this. Could you guide it to me? Be polite to them and learn. Don't hesitate to learn at work. And as much as possible, stay far from workplace politics. Don't be the part of politics. Don't let others be the part of politics. So stay. And lack of proper communication also makes you unhappy at the work. So how you can manage work and time? I'm showing you here in the pictorial pie chart. In our 100% how we can do. Family, family, learn, work, hobby, friends, rest and sleep and others can be divided in a pie chart. You know how to manage your time. In every individual have their different chart for their time management. But manage your time very much that how much is required in one sector, give that. Don't waste extra over there. Don't decrease over there. So you can, if if I have to manage, I'll manage my time like this. 4% I'm giving to other things. I give 15% to my family, 8% to learning every new concepts, 34% I give to my work, then 41 4.5% I give to my hobbies. I always make sure that what is my hobby, I at least give time to that also. Then 6% I give to friends. Whenever it is possible, there is a friends gathering, I do take part in that also. 5% is I do prefer taking proper rest, proper mind, just not body rest, mind rest also is important. So I make sure of that. So I expect everyone has to manage time properly, how to keep yourself calm, active. You are going to make the proper balance in your work and life. Can I move to the next page?
Go, ma'am. Go, ma'am.
See, what's the ideal weekday work life balance? What you can do? You can do by yourself also, as per your thing. Like to the work, you can give 33%. This is not a standard one, okay? It's an assumption. So for every individual worker or every individual employee and employers, they can do it. So recent survey was done and it was asked that to many of the people that do you have a good work life balance? You will see in the men's category 75% said good, right? 20% said and 4% said no. Whereas in women, they are multitasking, they handle two responsibilities, that is workplace responsibility and house responsibilities, very smartly. So 83% you'll find out saying, yeah, good. 14% because of different and various reasons, because of glass ceiling also, 14% were against it. So now men and versus women always think that there is like too difficult and we are like having discrimination. No, it's not. It's, do not think yourself as a discriminated part. Seeing the gender ones, don't take it like that. For every individual, work and life is as important. Always calculate it in a very priority wise. So flexible to structure working hours of locations. Then work that does not change their room. An ability in time stress and no overtime. Make sure mostly in an organization women are not kept for overtime and men are kept and they men grumble. No. Don't judge like that. Judge in a very different way. In fact, I'll say don't judge only. Just keep yourself in that situation and understand the concept. So, and you will see the truth is very hard to say, but what we will see is we in these Asian countries, most of the we are 168 hours in a week we are working. Imagine 50 hours in a week and 168 hours a week. We keep on working, less sleep, less eat, less communication, less leisure, less chores. What we do? If we know that our family is in a need of our time, still we say, I'm busy right now. Many of us do that. Please don't do it. The moment you disturb your life priorities, your work is disturbed. You might be seeing in an ad, some of the ad I saw last time, that a small kid is asking to the father that in a day how much you earn. Why the child is saying that? Child is demanding and focusing the time for it from the parents. You might have seen that advertisement, right? Don't let your family members go through that pain, and even you don't go through that pain. So how it is possible to be like happy in a job? Take your roles and responsibility properly. You can see in the chart. And what happens? Work life balance. Keep your work life balance very proper. Like 19.4 is also very good ratio. Then relationship with your colleagues and bosses, make very cordial relationship with them. And the benefits and the formalities which you people are sharing, share it. See, you will see that in 2019 Statica did a survey which company belongs to the best work life balance. Netherlands was at the first. See the chart, you can see how good they are at the. We Indians do not stand anywhere. We need to grow and work in that sector and make us say that yes, we are also at a very good best work life situations and balanced. And when your work and life is balanced, what happens? Work life, you will find different changes. What will happen? You'll have productive work, you'll get appreciation, social working environment will be there, flexible working will be there. And what will happen in private life? Our family and partnerships are also happy, our love life is also happy, our hobbies and interest is also done, we are doing exercises, we are having quality sleep, relaxations, self reflection. So many thing is dependent on our balance art. So in a conclusion, what I'll say is work life balance is at best exclusively ideal and at worst a complete myth. People say that 50% work and 50% life. No, there's no certain ratio. No. For some, it might be 80-20 ratio, for some 60-40 ratio, as per the person's caliber and capability of keeping a balance between work and life. But by making deliberately choices about which opportunities to pursue and which to decline rather than simply reacting to emergencies. So over here it means smart understanding, smart tackling. Right. Okay, many of you might go for a job interview. Okay, you people do the research and collect the data related to your job place. You go to the company, you give the interview. I assure you, 1% also do not bother to ask the question to interviewers when they say that, and if there is there anything which you want to know. Many of us stay numb. Don't do that. Ask at least ask 5 questions to make sure of your work-life balance will be okay or not. First, always ask in a very cordial manner that can you tell me about the company culture? You might be knowing the resources and achievement of the company, but you might not be aware of company culture. Find it out and what is unique. Ask them why this position is vacant. There might be various reasons. It might be that they are not able to retain the employees because of bad work life balance environment for the, or might be a employees get a promoted and that place became vacant. Then you should also ask that this designation which is for which I am giving an interview, typical day for this or designation, how it will be. Involved in this, and how do you provide the environment for work life balance? Certain questions we interview candidates are also supposed to ask. Likewise, when they complete their interview, they ask to us, right? Anything to ask? We become very shy. Some of us are shy, some are nervous, something, if we'll ask anything, what they will take. No, gone are the days. So, through a work life balance, the individual will feel relaxed and organized. Productivity of the person will increase, which will lead accomplishing task efficiently as well as to attain greater success. It will improve relationships, families, and other benefits. So, leisure time is also an added plus for work life balance. So, guys, I will say that take some boarding steps in your job selection, in your working environment, in your life, to have a proper balance between your life so that you can enjoy your work life also, work environment also, that is professional life also and personal life also. You can enjoy properly. So this much for today's session. Thank you for your attention. Uh, any queries? Any queries to anyone?
Ma'am, could you share the PPTs, ma'am?
Yeah, obviously I'll share this PPT with the organizers and you can collect from them. Other than that,
Ma'am, last session also we did not get the PPTs. Can
I
you
have
share it
already.
now?
I will request to organizers because I have already provided them. They might be having busy schedules. So, learn of it. I request you to provide this PPT of competency mapping. I'll request them properly from my side also. Guys, you'll get it. Yeah, Sivani, I expect question from your side.
Hello.
Hello, Sivani.
Hanji ma'am.
I expect a question from you.
Ma'am, actually is no question. I agree all the things and clear all the things
Okay.
which we explained today. There is no query, ma'am.
So, and Sivani, I have a question for you. What do
Yeah,
you
ma'am.
think? No, it's just not for Sivani, okay? For everyone, if anyone is ready to answer, please let me know. So, what do you think other different programs an organization can do to make their employees happy in their balanced stream of the work and life.
Ma'am, it can be a training session on a workshop for employees if they
Mhm.
want to learn more, and training and development sessions, skill development session if some employees were weak in something or wants to learn, and some employees are wants to gain the things in different departments also. It's not possible, it's not compulsory that if they were from HR department and they have to know the work of HR department. If they
Okay.
wants to learn or many things, then the training session will be given to them also to develop their skills.
Okay. Now, a simple question for everyone. Suppose, just suppose, you are working at the post of team leader in an organization. Just situation. Let's take uh, food and beverage company. Over there, uh, work pressure came up. Okay, what happened is you were five of the team members were there. You were a team leader, and one of two of your employees, team members, took a leave on the same day when it was very crucial meeting. What are you going to do? Will you panic? How you will tackle that situation? How what you will do? How you will balance? Come up with the ideas, guys. Did you got my question or not? First thing, no response. Make sure that since you are keeping your body, mind, soul, and spirit, every corner you are giving time, what will happen? You will be very peaceful, you will be relaxed also, and you will handle the situation very smartly. Okay, guys, at last, I'll say Happy Navratri to everyone. Enjoy the Navratri season and recognize the power hidden inside you. Spread the love, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone.